In 20 minutes, but first I have some important information for you. If you're not yet seated, we ask that you find your seat as quickly as possible. The seats in the top 3 rows of the lower bowl are reserved for guests with limited mobility. We ask that you keep those seats available for individuals who may need them. Due to safety regulations, no one may stand in any aisle or stairway or around the perimeter walkway of the arena. If you wish to come down to the railing to take a picture of your graduate, we ask that you return to your seat as quickly as possible. And lastly, out of respect for the ceremony, please silence all mobile phones and electronic devices and refrain from using other noise-related items that would distract from the ceremony. Again, everyone, please take your seats as quickly as you can. The processional will begin shortly. Thank you.
play the G with 1 and 2.
if you are able, for the Ohio University ceremonial mace, which is carried by the chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Sarah Wyatt. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party, the presentation of the colors, and the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a little better. Welcome to Ohio University's commencement exercises. I'm Matthew Evans, and as a proud Bobcat, alumni, and member of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am honored to convene this spring commencement ceremony. I'd like to first extend a warm welcome to all of our incredible graduates and their loved ones. Today, we celebrate your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. We couldn't be more proud of you. Now, I often like to think of commencement as the day that is one of the best in your life, and maybe for you students, one of the worst, too. Now, I'm sure the parents would disagree with me on that moment, but we will still be here for you, so please come back. Before we kick off the festivities, I would like to introduce the Army ROTC as they escort the presentation of the colors. And to honor our great country, we have the pleasure of hearing the Ohio University Select Vocal Ensemble rendition of our national anthem. Please join us as we celebrate this momentous occasion in our graduates' lives. Thank you.
Left. Mark time. Mark. Left. Detail. Hold. Left. Face. Reset.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
Right, face. Mark time, mark. Left. Middle. Good. Forward, mark. Left. Middle. Left.
Please be seated. What an amazing day to see the stands filled with families ready to celebrate with their students. Good morning and welcome, Bobcats. I am so happy to see so many of your families, supporters, guests, and friends here today. I want to thank our faculty and staff for being with us as we celebrate your accomplishments. We also have several distinguished guests with us today, and I'd like to acknowledge them and asking them to stand as I introduce them and remain standing. And audience, if you'll please hold your applause until all the guests have been introduced. Please join me in welcoming members of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, our academic officials, our administrative officials, and representatives of our university senates, members of our esteemed faculty, and our speaker today, Judge William T. Newman, Jr. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize those among you who serve and protect our country. Some of you have entered the armed forces as officers, an honor you earned through the completion of the Reserve Officers Training Corps program. Others of you have served our nation before coming to Ohio University, and we also have members of in our audience today who are veterans or current members of the armed forces. Will you please stand if you're able and be recognized so we can thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Thank you. Graduates, we recognize that this milestone couldn't have been achieved without the love and support of your families, friends, and supporters who stood by you every step of the way. I'd like to ask our graduates to stand and give a round of applause to those who have supported you all during your education. Please stand and let them hear you. Thank you. So at first glance, today is a typical spring Ohio University graduation ceremony. You're wearing the robe, our college flags are flying, I'm wearing the presidential seal, which you should know I only do on the most special of occasions. But the truth is, this is a distinctive Ohio University commencement celebration because you're the class of 2024. Most of you began your Ohio journey during the pandemic, which means this room is full of brave, resilient, dedicated, optimistic, determined graduates who, facing unprecedented challenges, kept going. You looked up and ahead. You looked up and ahead with the kind of hope and ambition that tells me you are true Bobcats, and that today is only the beginning of what you will accomplish. It certainly wasn't the start to your college journey that anyone expected or hoped for. And while we're now so grateful to be able to gather again once more and provide that classic and immersive college experience for which Ohio has long been known, we acknowledge that your journey held significant and personal challenges, and I am so proud of each of you for rising to meet them. And I assure you that facing unusual circumstances is often what helps build extraordinary leaders. Today's commencement speaker, the Honorable Judge William T. Newman, knows something about that. He was also a student at Ohio University during nationally turbulent times. But like you, Judge Newman had the unshakable, but like you, not unlike you. Like you, Judge Newman had the unshakable Bobcat spirit, stayed the course, and returned to Athens from home in Arlington, Virginia to continue pursuit of a bachelor's degree in fine arts, graduating with honors in 1972. Like you, Judge Newman's challenges taught him to be adaptable, resourceful, and to seize the day. He began acting professionally while saving money to attend law school. But before I continue sharing his impressive accomplishments, I urge you, as new graduates embarking on your own careers and setting your own goals, to not only hear these titles and milestones as lines on a resume, but the meaningful breaking barriers, making impact, and serving the community. That's what it represents, and those are the essential core values of Ohio University. So once he graduated from law school, Judge Newman indeed became a lawyer, and over time a partner in a major firm. He founded the Northern Virginia Black Attorneys Association, was elected to the Arlington County Board, launched the Arlington County Community Foundation, and eventually served as Chief Judge of the Circuit Court of Arlington County. What's more, he never gave up acting and has even returned to the theater stage after retiring from his legal career. You know what I hear in those titles and accomplishments? Leadership, of course, but also community service, progress, justice, and passion. I'm sure his disrupted time at Ohio was not the only challenge faced in his career, just as your disrupted time will not be the last that you see. After you listen to Judge Newman today, my hope is that you'll reflect not only where you want to work or study, but who you want to impact, what challenges you want to solve, and how to keep growing as Judge Newman has done over his career and as you've done so impressively during your time here to meet those challenges. I cannot wait to see what is ahead for each of you. It's now my great honor to introduce one of your incredible classmates, Mia Cetino, who has represented you for the last 2 years as a student member of the Ohio University Board of Trustees. Like many of you, Mia is part of a multi-generation family of Bobcats. She will join the family legacy today as she graduates with a degree in environmental studies from our Honors Tutorial College with minors in Spanish and political science and certificates in law, justice and culture, and Latin American studies. She served as the Voinovich Undergraduate Research Scholar working with the Appalachian Ohio Zero Waste Initiative and served as a campus sustainability ambassador. She also worked as a campus tour guide and as a member of Phi Alpha Delta pre-law fraternity and Sigma Delta Pi Spanish Honor Society, and she was recently accepted into the National Academic Honor Society Phi Beta Kappa. Whew. Mia will attend law school in the fall at Ohio State University. Please join me in welcoming to the podium a wonderful student, your commencement speaker, Mia Cetino.
Thank you, President Gonzalez, for the introduction. Hello, class of 2024 and esteemed guests. My name is Mia Cetino, and I am so honored and excited to be speaking to you today. I'm from Dublin, Ohio, and during my time at Ohio University, I studied in the Honors Tutorial College, worked at the Voinovich School for Leadership and Public Service, and served on the Ohio University Board of Trustees. Most importantly, I'm graduating alongside the class of 2024 today. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for all of the hard work, the laughs, the late nights, the friendships, and for supporting each other to get to this major milestone. Most of all, thank you for being an important part of this Ohio community. We all took different paths to get here. Some of us followed a 4-year plan and lived on campus. Some commuted or transferred to Ohio University after time at another school, while others are graduating earlier or later than 4 years, taking time off to work or study abroad. Whatever your path may be, graduating today is such a huge accomplishment, and I hope you take the time to reflect on the determination and hard work that got you here. Along with that, please take the time to reflect on the people who got you here. Family, faculty, and found family, your peers. I want to say a special thank you to my parents and brothers who have provided constant, unwavering support my entire life. I wouldn't be where I am today without you all. As I was deciding what to say today, I reflected on my past 4 years, and wow, it has truly been a journey. It wouldn't be a graduation speech without a trip down memory lane, so let's get started. The beginning of our first year was full of the phrase, "Professor, you're muted," and confusion about the true meaning of dressed and ready for class. That year, we got to know each other through discussion boards and Teams calls. With all of the uncertainty that we faced coming into college, we leaned on our Ohio community to get us through and bring us to this moment. Looking at all of the smiling faces today, it clearly worked. As we moved on to year 2, we saw what people looked like without a mask on, which for some was quite the surprise. Cheered on our men's basketball team during March Madness, and many of us became Bengals fans. Or more accurately, Joe Burrow fans. Our third year, we fully settled into our academic programs and began taking leadership roles across Ohio University and in the Athens community. That was also the year some of us moved off campus, left the meal plan, and figured out how many times a week we could eat ramen noodles without getting sick. Fast forward to this year, which was full of fun, but sprinkled with the uncertainty and anticipation of life after college. We celebrated our last homecoming as students, met with friends on Court Street, and found many excuses to go to El Tenampa instead of making dinner. Many of us openly wondered where we would be next year, and if our postgraduate plans would be flexible enough for us to return to Athens. We held on to our friends tightly, while wondering if we'd even be living in the same state a year from now. Not only that, but we spent long hours studying, working on capstone projects, and filling hundreds of applications for jobs and graduate school, all while answering a question parents love and college seniors fear. So, what are you doing next year? Every time I hear that question, it brings me back to my senior year of high school, the last time it was seriously asked, and around the time I had decided to attend Ohio University. There's a running joke in my family that for us, the college decision process is no decision. My family is full of Bobcats. The exact count on my mom's side is 26, and it doesn't stop there. My paternal grandparents are also proud Ohio alumni, as are many of their relatives, and one of my younger brothers just finished his second year studying business here. As I give this speech, he's probably starting to get a bit worried about how he will outdo this at his own graduation. Good luck, Nick. With that lineage, I grew up well-versed in my OU family history and decked out in Bobcat apparel. One grandfather told stories about flipping burgers in the dining hall, while my other grandfather talks about meeting my grandmother in Baker Center. My mom student taught at Alexander Middle School, and my cousin was a resident advisor in Soul Hall. With each story on the bricks, it was clear to me that the memories made at Ohio University last a lifetime, and the connections to this university stretch far beyond 4 years. When I stepped foot into my first year residence hall and met the people I would spend the rest of college with, I wondered if I'd established the same deep connection to Ohio University and Athens that I grew up hearing about. Spoiler alert, I did. In Athens, I quickly came to the realization that my family connection at Ohio University went beyond blood. Here, I became part of the Bobcat family. We all did. The community here cannot be beat, and that's something that's echoed by students, alumni, faculty, and administration. The bond between students is something unique to this school and this student body, and as we graduate today, I want to emphasize that the Bobcat community does not stop when we receive our diplomas. Our graduation signals a call to action, that we have the responsibility to take what OU has taught us about the power of community and enrich the lives of others. Whether you are entering the workforce or continuing your education, we each have a unique undergraduate experience that will make us strong leaders in our fields. We must use our knowledge about the power of community to establish a strong sense of unity amongst our peers and coworkers, encourage open dialogue, and be approachable, accepting, and inclusive leaders. We must also contribute to our physical community however we can with our time, resources, and expertise. A strong community lays the foundation to thrive, and as Bobcats, we have the tools to establish that foundation. We also have the responsibility and privilege to continue our Ohio legacy, and this goes beyond sending hundreds of family members to this school. Come back for homecoming, stay in touch with your professors, and don't forget to say "Go Bobcats" every time you see someone wearing OU gear. Forever Ohio isn't just a catchy slogan, it's a symbol of our community and the connections we have built here. I'm truly honored to be part of this Bobcat family alongside you all. Thank you for your time today. Congratulations again, and go Bobcats.
Thank you, Mia. It's been a pleasure getting to know you through your service to Ohio. Thank you for everything you've done, welcoming families on tours, and serving on the board. Congratulations on your graduation today. It's now time for me to introduce you to this morning's keynote speaker, William T. Newman, Jr., who served as judge of the Commonwealth of Virginia's 17th Judicial Circuit Court covering Arlington County and the city of Falls Church from 1993 through 2023, serving as chief judge for 20 years. Upon his retirement in June of 2023, Judge Newman became a certified mediator with the McCammon Group and today mediates over civil matters over the entire Washington metropolitan area. Throughout his career, Judge Newman has been involved in a variety of civic, community, and legal activities and has received numerous awards for his service, including the NAACP Community Service Award and Urban League Rising Star Award. And earlier this year, he was selected to become a member of the Virginia Lawyers Weekly Hall of Fame class of 2024. In addition, Judge Newman is an accomplished actor who's appeared in numerous theatrical and cinematic productions across the United States, including New York and the greater Washington metropolitan area. He is an inspiring and respected leader, and I'm so proud that he's with us here today. So please join me in welcoming proud Bobcat, Judge William T. Newman, Jr., a 1972 Fine Arts graduate from Ohio University.
Now I know you are all wondering exactly why I've asked you to come here today. Good morning, all. Good morning. Friends, family, staff, proud parents, and most of all, you, those we honor today who have traveled, and so many people have traveled so far to see the Ohio University class of 2024. And deep thanks, of course, to President Gonzalez and the trustees who've not only extended to me this opportunity, but who've given so much to make OU the school it is today. Now, I realize that more than a few of you are sitting there thinking, what can this old guy tell me that will create a light bulb moment or tell me something I don't already know? And to be honest, those are both very fair questions. But understand this, I wasn't always this age. A little over 50 years ago, I was sitting right where you are now and listening to the commencement speaker tell me things that rolled off me like water off a duck's back. You see, I too was once young and believed I was indestructible. So before I get to the 5 things I want to share with you today, I think first I should explain a little about the man you see before you now, as well as a few things that you won't find in his bio. You see, as the son of hardworking parents from Arlington, Virginia, I was born and raised at a time when many who looked like me were being lynched in tree limbs, often for doing nothing more than being young, black, and in the wrong place at the wrong time. I went to segregated elementary school and an integrated high school, meaning I'm one of the few people you'll ever met who was bused as a result of segregation and then later bused as a result of integration. I'm old enough to remember being scurried away from an all-white lunch counter because as a 7-year-old second grader, I had the temerity to sit down and want to order a cheeseburger and a Coke. I not only was there the day that Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech, I was indeed one of those little black boys the good doctor saw joining hands with white kids his own age to help his unlikely dream come true. I graduated from OU with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree with the hopes of one day becoming an actor. And in fact, truth be told, I still harbor that desire. But as a judge, I have presided over not only capital murder trials, but also multi-million-dollar fraud cases. I fell in love with and married a woman of power and position. And through her, I've been afforded the opportunity to rub elbows with presidents, kings, and prime ministers. But you know, it all started right here in the halls of OU and the hills of Southeast Ohio. And I offer you this not to crow or beat my chest, but to let you know that what I'm about to share with you are the insights of someone who's traveled down many roads and in whose time has seen the absolute best and worst in people. So I urge you, as you sit there, consider the fact that the guy standing before you is not just one more pompous ass with a few initials after his name, but I'm an OU grad who once sat exactly where you are now, and for who all intents and purposes was you. Now, with that over the next few minutes, let me share with you 5 of the most important things that life has taught me. 1, starting today, make a vow this very day to become a lifelong learner. You know, for many of you, while your former education has come to an end, trust me, the real learning, your real learning, should start now. There was once someone I looked up to, at least until he passed away a while back, and it took me decades to realize what a light in the darkness he was. The man was one of the wisest men I've ever known, framed almost every situation, not in terms of what he knew, but what he didn't. And that gap in his understanding, however small, became the North Star that would guide how he treated everyone. As such, he viewed almost every individual he'd come across as a teacher, someone who could shed light on something that might improve his mind, his understanding, and heighten his awareness. And I would suggest in a world full of know-it-alls, closed minds, and cold hearts, the man truly became a role model for me, someone whose mix of intellectual curiosity, humanity, and open-mindedness rubbed off on and fundamentally changed me and just about everyone he ever met. I urge you today to commit today to remaining intellectually curious for the rest of your lives and become lifelong learners wherever the truth you may uncover may lead you. Secondly, protect the earth and her resources as though your lives depended on it, because believe me, they do. Look, I don't care about your parents' politics or their feelings about climate change and the destruction of our environment, and neither should you. I mean, nor should you care what I think. Why? because by the time the check comes due on all that destruction, it won't be our world anymore. It'll be yours. And you're the ones who are going to be forced to contend with the knowledge that Mother Earth contains finite amounts of beauty and life-giving resources. Or what's more, unfortunately, you'll be the ones forced to contend with such things as rising coastlines, disappearing glaciers, island nations, billions of starving people, and almost criminal lack of clean water, and mean temperatures so out of control they threaten to bake everything that moves. And for God's sake, don't ever view the science now warning us of all of these things as just a matter of politics. For I promise you, there's nothing more exacting and less given to political pressure than the scientific method. Trust me on this. When it comes to the exacting nature of science, politics and whether someone's liberal or conservative or who they're voting for in the next election has nothing to do with it. Plus, remember, when the tab comes due, and it'll be sooner than you think, they're going to set it down right in front of you. 3, learn and always, always practice empathy. You know, we've not been this divided as a country in almost 2 centuries. And what you're about to inherit is a country full of people who just as soon see those who disagree with them die as win the next election. It's insane. But there's a way your generation can help us come together again, and that's with empathy. And just so you understand, empathy is not the same as sympathy. After all, anyone can feel sorry for a little bird flopping around with a broken wing. That's just basic run-of-the-mill sympathy. But what's far more difficult and far more critical is learning how to put yourself in that little bird's place so that you can actually feel his pain and know his fear. That, my friends, is empathy. And for our wounds to heal as a country, for this seismic divide we've created for ourselves to close, each side is going to have to learn to step inside the other's shoes and feel what it's like to be standing in them. You also must come to grips with the notion that someone who doesn't look like you or disagrees with you is not your enemy. It just means they're different, not evil. That they, in a weird way, simply prefer a different flavor of ice cream than you. So before passing judgment, try to see the world through eyes other than your own, as hard as that may be at times. 4, in all things, pay the strictest attention to detail. And do this in all aspects of your life, your personal finances, your career, your relationships, your home, but especially other people. Today we're drowning in what seems to be a sea of isms. We have tribalism, racism, jingoism, elitism. And for all these things to sustain themselves, they need one group to look at another, not as individuals, but as a mass of humanity hell-bent on destroying the very thing they love. You know, hatred and fear don't have to exist, but they do. But they don't have to. Racism, tribalism, and their ilk are like a corrosive rust slowly eating away at the soul of this country. How you beat those who stoke the fear and anger is by paying attention to detail. By no longer looking at a group of people as just some amorphous, faceless, nameless mass, but as individuals, as men and women and children, as unique and precious, and touched by God and loved by God as you. And when you do that, things like racism, tribalism become next to impossible to sustain. And if you promise to try to do that, you can lead us as we try to remove the rust, this cancer from the soul of America. And finally, the last insight I'd like to share with you today is never be afraid of the truth. In fact, embrace it. Truth is an absolute, it is real, and it is as hard as polished steel. And to embrace such things as facts, science, and reality, especially in these crazy post-truth world we've created, is to free yourself from the shackles of those who'd have you check your critical thinking skills at the door. Those who want something from you, oh, your vote, your money, your eyeballs, in hopes that you'll turn them over blindly, even as they ladle out that special brand of Kool-Aid that they whipped up just for you. Remember, the truth can never cage you. It can only set you free. Free of tyranny, free of lies, and fear and hatred so many in this great land of ours continue to use as weapons. Think about the truths that many of these so-called thought leaders say today, that they're still trying to bury such things and twist such things as things like slavery, or even the violent mob who stormed the nation's capital just 3 years ago. Even such things as the American Nazi Party and the Ku Klux Klan, things and events that we and many of our ancestors saw with our very own eyes. These fearmongers and truth haters would have you believe that you cannot accept these things as true and still love America. Really, believe me, those things happened. They were real and people died, and we were forever changed as a country as a result. And let me ask you this: how can we not accept such things as facts? How will we ever learn from those deeply human failings in our past if we don't accept them as having happened? What's more, how will we ever be sure we won't repeat them unless we embrace each as a cold, hard truth and use each as a line in the sand in our very own lives? The truth is more than an absolute, it is an imperative. And it is imperative that you not only recognize it and remain unafraid of it, but that you take it into your hearts and that you embrace it. In closing, you may realize there's been some common thread in all of these 5 suggestions I've just offered you, namely the division in our country that is not only clear and present, and defames everyone who ever fought and died to protect a united America. You know, class, every generation in American history has had its own special cross to bear, from great wars and great depressions to racism, Nazism, and pretty much everything in between. Yet each time, America has been able to abide, because each time we had people just like you leading the way for us. Young people, often just out of school, who saw what needed to be done and who did it, because they knew there was something bigger and far more important at stake. This, my friends, is your time. And this division on our doorstep is your generation's cross to bear. I urge you, bring us together, suture our wounds, mend our broken wings, tear down the walls that continue to divide us, and for God's sake, please rebuild the bridges that will one day bring us back together again. Oh, I know you can do it. Now, one last thing I'd like to ask of you before I finish. Right here and now, stop whatever you're doing, stop whatever daydream you may be engaged in, and look around you. Now, as you're doing that, I want you to drink in the majesty that is Southeast Ohio and the campus of Ohio University. Take a moment, look at your classmates. Behold one last time the dorms where you once lived, the library where you once studied, the halls in which you once learned. They are all a part of you now, and they will live in your hearts for the rest of your lives. You know, when I first came to OU back in 1968, I often felt like a stranger in a strange land. And frankly, candidly, I could care less about a marching band. But thanks to my 4 years at OU, I cannot now hear a marching band, especially the incredible 110. And not be filled with a sense of awe, not to be transported back in time, and not be reminded of a far better version of myself when life was still new, still of so much hope and promise. Trust me, you will carry this place, and you will remember the people you've met here for as long as God grants you breath. And if you don't love them already, you will someday. You see, I know, because so many of my classmates and professors continue to live right here with me now. Congratulations on all you've already accomplished. Thank you for what you're going to do someday. Class, you've got the goods. You've got the smarts. You've got the drive. So I say to you now, the graduating class of 24, get out there and show the world what you're made of. Remember, we need you. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for this great honor. And from the bottom of my heart, God bless and keep you all.
Thank you, Judge Newman, for those remarkable words. Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Stairs, Executive Vice President and Provost of Ohio University. And it's now my privilege to recognize the outstanding faculty who have played such a pivotal role in the success of the graduates we celebrate today. Your hard work and dedication have been exceptional, and each of you has played a major role in helping these students earn their degrees. Thank you for sharing your intellectual enthusiasm for your discipline, not just as imparters of knowledge, but by continuing to expand the limits of what is known. Thank you for caring so deeply about our students. You've had countless coffee with students, you've welcomed them into your labs and your field work and your studios, and written many, many letters of recommendation. Thank you for your dedication to our students every year, but especially for your work with the class of 2024. Your contributions have created the deep learning and the academic achievement that we celebrate today. So on behalf of the university, I thank you for all of your hard work and your dedication to teaching, research, and service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University. Please join me in thanking our remarkable faculty. Thank you. I'd now like to recognize the academic excellence of some of our outstanding students. These individuals have truly distinguished themselves through their dedication, hard work, and exceptional scholarship. So let's take a moment to congratulate those students who are graduating with honors. If you are graduating cum laude, please stand and be recognized. If you are graduating magna cum laude, please stand and be recognized. And finally, if you are graduating summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Graduates, families, and friends, now is the time to stand if you are able and sing the Ohio University Alma Mater, led by our talented Ohio University Select Vocal Ensemble.
Alma Mater, Ohio, Alma Mater, brave and fair, Alma Mater, we hail thee, for we own thy kindly care. Alma Mater, Ohio, when we read thy story o'er, we revere thee and cheer thee as we sing thy praise once more.
Graduates, now is the time you've been waiting for. It's time to confer degrees on the class of 2024. Dr. Gonzalez, it is my great honor to present to you these students for the conferral of their degrees. Will the graduates please rise? That's y'all. President Gonzalez, these students have completed all of the requirements of their degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees your respective studies have merited with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduate, it is my honor to welcome you as the newest class of our Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. Our graduates will now be called up by their colleges so that they may be recognized. As your college is called forward today by your academic dean, we welcome you to applaud and celebrate the accomplishments of your fellow students. Following the conferral of your degrees, the 2024 commencement of Ohio University will stand adjourned.
College of Fine Arts graduates, please come forward.
Samantha Lynn Butts.
Sophia Rainey Hurston.
Sarah Julianne Hinkey.
Sarah Corinne Button.
Ella Michelle Bakaukis.
Samantha Grace Fowler.
Callie Elizabeth Rathburn.
Sarah Alexis Crouch.
Evelyn Catherine Jenkins.
Shelby Frieda.
Brianna Shea Stokes.
Lillian Grace Shuley.
Jordan A. Frazier.
Meadow Rose Bailey.
Jillian Shane Catherine Golden.
Andrew James Pei.
Darian Rayan Knapp.
Josephina Chloe Genson.
Clara Eve Williams.
Madison Elizabeth Kelly.
Chloe Elizabeth Miller.
Michelangelo Trimboli.
Allison Jane Lennon.
Chloe Zeta Nicole Bray.
Sierra Belmaris.
Erica Jane Lewis.
Abigail K. Brown.
Quinn Catherine Rudy.
Abby Ewing Donnelly.
Leo Monchain.
Savannah Marie Kirby.
Emily Marie Dickens.
Kelly Nicole Eden.
Addison Danielle Hiltner.
Olivia Layton Judy.
Haley Nicole Brewy.
Dana Marie Delaney.
Kylee Ray Hendershott.
Jordan Lacey Lent.
Jonathan Green.
Jenna Grace Zach.
Mason Jeffrey Houston.
Maria Christine DeFranjo.
Casey Joe Moriarty.
Riley May O'Hernley.
Benjamin Joseph Hamilton.
Sierra Caitlin Caldwell.
Madeline Marie Jurek.
Madeline K. State.
Courtney Ann Cox.
Peyton Lee Irwin.
Nathan David Andrews.
Nathaniel Gary Homan.
William L. Gilbert.
William J. Ruff.
Jacob Clay Wheeler.
Lucas E. S. Zushleg.
Addison McKenzie O'Rourke.
Victoria Irene Fancini.
Hallie Inez Hartlill.
Colt Michael McManus.
Brody Scott Post.
Brianna Latrice Edmond.
Sierra Nicole Sebastian.
McKenna Faith Burton.
Emma Lauren Geggy.
Kimberly Louise Lanehurt.
Ella Marie Ewing Atfield.
Audrey Ann Seymour.
Avery Mai Berman.
Gavin Woods.
Kendra Thomas.
Reagan Cheetah.
Elizabeth Nicole Cavallero Feist.
Leah Catherine Strauss.
Alexis Ann Craiglow.
Kirsten Madison Mesnick.
Nicole K. Markzuzik.
Anna Jane Amon.
Tajiavli Mahoney Crumpler.
Deja M. Burton.
Brenna Nicole Cromwell.
Taylor Jacqueline Glaubacher.
Madison Paige Fantelli.
Brenna Christine Pope.
Amity Manselli.
Lauren Elise Haley.
Oetenji Nife Osaji.
Claire McGinnis.
Aiden Sander Grothaus.
Maya Rain Husted.
Sophie Beach Zawandi.
Kara Renee Ferguson.
Maggie Ray Champer.
Josephine Renee Stafford.
Samuel Gregory Brandeis.
Josie Ricka Thompson.
Emily Faith Morris.
Rebecca Rose Weston.
Jordan Williams.
Zane Thomas Miller.
Gianni Angelo Cordy.
Grace Elizabeth Palmetary.
Benjamin Evans Rupard.
Colin P. Williams.
Andre Zachary Young.
Alexis Aurora Adams.
Lily Carmen Boulard.
Nina Alexandra Blair.
Josephine Duclos.
Josephine Paulette Palmerini.
Erin Marie Abney.
Adam Gary Eisenhart.
Aisha Munhan.
Nicholas Fitzpatrick Latham.
Lily M. Franks.
Sydney Morgan Zimkowski.
Freddie Maselli.
Kaya Marie Anania. Roll.
Nathan Scott Phillips. Brandon Lipsky.
Sergio Morales Baquez.
Nicole Elizabeth Downing.
Hannah Lynn Boyers.
Avery Rosa Smith.
Alexandra Grace DeCue McRusich.
Sean Daniel McGlynn.
Derek Turner Smith.
Samantha Ann Irwin.
Isabella Miranda Scanlon.
Ayana Kaylee Johnson.
Logan Michelle Clark.
Emily P. Marie Dexheimer.
Sebastian Jesse Yobe Bowen.
Abby Renee Golden.
Brooklyn Alice Stanley.
PJ Pavo.
Alina Nicole.
Genevieve Shaftel.
Shelby K. Merchant.
Abraham Regis Harpine.
Brianna Aaron Wilkins.
All right. Russ College of Engineering and Technology graduates, please come forward.
Samuel Lee Carpenter.
Nathaniel Royce Abbott.
Caden Hang Wong Lai.
Joshua Grant Wells.
Trace Anthony Wisecarver.
Clay Robert Anderson Davis.
Justin Holloway.
Peyton Manning Beebe.
Ryan Creed Richmond.
Carson James Sandrowski.
Corey Scott Bradley.
Jacob Thomas McConnell.
John Paul Thomas.
Daniel Joseph Disteltorst.
Lydia J. Ryan.
Heather Renee Greenlee.
Jordan Taylor Kerper.
Alex Jordan Holmes.
Abigail Nicole Engelhart.
Hannah Elizabeth Schultz.
Jason Alexander Aguilera.
Charles Judson Eagle.
Lane Matthew Pullins.
Colton May.
Sean Eugene O'Donnell.
Adam Mark Reel.
Samuel David Kennedy.
Paul Kenneth Holman.
Samantha Paige Meyer.
Brooke Meredith Barnhill.
Dennis Aaron Petty.
Kelsey Ann Fishbach.
Lillian Jang Haywood.
Zoe Lee Miller.
Nicole Isabel Kellogg.
Elijah Paul Kemmer.
Dylan Christopher Porter.
Aiden Hastley.
Jeremiah Wood.
Bernie Duran.
Benjamin Mathena.
Patrick James Wostrowski.
Omar Hatem Disoki.
Aaron Lee Robinson.
Alotis Winway.
Ashley Nicole Champa.
Caeley Hovanec Gillespie.
Parker Sterling Redelick.
Ethan Brooks.
Evan Armstrong Brooks.
Ozefa Akubar.
Tavier Amani Leslie.
Henry Vincent Tetlak.
Adam Michael Dubsky.
Lucas Fernandez Estevez Fonseca.
Ethan Sandstrom.
Julian Renton.
Zachary Richard Namick.
Wyatt Hunter Schinkel.
Jarrett Michael Christ.
Benjamin Campbell Trippo.
Tucker Douglas Wilt.
Braden Tyler Beechler.
Nathan Ricky Fout.
Abby J. Leary.
Asa Keaton Chen.
Damon Anthony Gillimbardo.
Austin Jeffrey Lai.
Joseph Blake Gall.
Chungjoya.
Jesse Wu.
Tanner Jones.
Bryce Hunter Nicholson.
Jacob David Dalmash.
Luke Michael Haskell.
Jacob Russell Burkett.
Jacob Timothy Costello.
Lance William Slezak.
Ethan Quay Bouchard.
Rosalind Howland Duffus.
Nicholas Robert Lair.
McKenna Eileen Kilbane.
Colin Thomas Walker.
Garrett Logan Carbolillo Negley.
Maxwell James Balliet.
Jason Daniel Knoll.
Jonah Douglas Fortcamp.
Caitlin Elizabeth Clark.
Helena May Hall.
Isabel Reina Alvarez.
Mihailo Chonev.
Maggie Morgan.
Blake Christopher Schroeder.
Michael Warren Christ.
Cole Michael Paff.
Diana Marie Sprague.
Christopher Scott Ford.
Sonia Habestrite.
Grayson Alexander Ward.
Joseph Benson.
Reese H. Lingefelter.
Theodore Rawls Campbell.
Calvin Arthur Whipple.
Sarah Marie Bailey.
Elias Jeffrey Lepaski.
Juliana Montemayor.
Ryan James Avalny.
Kevin Carter Astoles.
Joseph Warner Pfeiffer.
Casey Christopher Schaff.
Donnell Baker Jr.
Cameron Elise Carter.
Nicholas Schmidley.
Aiden David McDonald.
Trace Aiden Speakman.
Wesley Smith.
Kristen Renea Jamora.
Victor Emmanuel Rosacci.
Reagan Elizabeth McGee.
Erica Elizabeth Norby.
Gabriel Michael Hoppy.
Sadler Montgomery Henson.
Mary Magdalene Huffman.
Melanie Ann Nose.
Gabriel Lonzo Mallow.
Caitlin Renee Mono.
Alec Ross Hammer.
Grace Allison Pennington.
Ashley Mariah Claybow.
Tan Ming Yang Do.
Veronica Valda.
Shahad Al-Nomani.
Alyssa Ann Holtz.
Madeline Elizabeth George.
Brian Michael Johnson.
Jordan Anthony Gelato Costelli.
Giovanni William Nicholas Orr.
Connor Raymond Toby.
Grant Daniel Burke.
Logan Michael O'Donnell.
Landon Lee McBee.
Noah Sebastian Caval.
Jeremy Roman Fox.
Benjamin Michael Hannon.
Jonah Jackson Browdigam.
Zane Gregory Bodie.
Michael Joseph DeBrose.
Zachary Thomas Takax.
Caden Jonathan Saunders.
Nicholas Jason Leach.
Fred Ency.
Adam Jeffrey Ehlers.
Walker B.J. Branson.
Nicholas Becker.
A.R. Burdett.
Owen Patrick Russell.
Owen Larrick Stratton.
Sean Colin Gemeinhart.
Garrett Dawson Behringer.
Chase Christopher Ellis.
Ian Lisley Lyle.
Michael James Caldwell.
Ahmed Saeed Hamer Nasser Al-Shukali.
Abdullah Saman Al-Rabi.
Manad Al-Manari.
Faisal Adil Kamis Al-Balushi.
Al-Sut Ibrahim Abdullah Sal Al-Hashimi.
Yasin Mohammed Hamoud Al-Bawasi.
Jared Michael Kennedy.
Bailey Ann Wolf.
Jenna Rose Stanton.
Derek Jaden Matheny.
Brian Allen Cochran.
Cody Perkins.
Nicholas Christopher Sohn.
Luke Alexander Chapman.
Tyler Stephen Jones.
Dylan Joseph Mitchell.
Peyton M. Eads.
Maxwell Ethan Lichty.
Benjamin Wallace Borst.
Nicholas Bennington.
Evan Andrew Adams.
Kristen Marie Schuster.
Adam Christopher Monday.
Gagny Diawara Jr.
University College graduates, please come forward and be recognized.
Rayon Buell.
Dante Lavelle Hunter II.
Tiandre Michael Clifton.
Tyler James Toledo.
Jalen Denard Hunter.
Sierra Nicole White.
Jenna Marie Fanaur.
Taylor Nicole Curson.
Ryan Benjamin Goodman.
Makia K. Miller.
Anne Elizabeth Orbosh.
Olivia Hope Loudermilk.
Chloe Marie Evans.
Kelly Ray Owens.
Chandler William Gent.
Alexander Michael Moscone.
Isabella Alicia Farias.
Cody J. Wright.
Heather Elisa Herman.
Destiny Tanae Blakely.
Joshua Geddes.
Muhammad Ali.
Kyle Evensenheim.
Josh Olvido.
Milan Rodriguez.
Robert Ramos.
Caitlin Page Clark.
Alyssa Denise Vandely.
Yasmin Logan.
Annalie Paoli.
Sydney Grine.
Lauren Brown.
Lauren Madison Dixon.
Anaria Miller.
Kayla Aubrey Johnson.
Stephanie Cooper.
Scripps College of Communication graduates, please come forward.
Either one. Either one. Jacob James Dickey.
Humbert Charles.
John Mullally.
Ethan Schatz.
Julia Ann Miller.
Luke Suver Michael.
Paul Allen Russell.
Corey Michael Fries.
Braden Tomas Cano.
Jude Christopher Coe.
Spencer Eli Sharp.
Peter Lars Friesen.
Bryce Patrick Delaney.
Danielle Rose Smith.
Hope Lois Lampenfeld.
Sophia Isabella Cardone.
Madeline Faith Bear.
Maxwell Powers Abatello.
Griffin Matthew Shavitz.
Maisha Anderson Little.
Mackenzie Rose Tyson.
Dylan Townsend.
Joshua Anil Zaliski.
Emily Grace Hanna.
Nina Marie Molnar.
Jessica Bell Saboji.
Caitlin Louise Stover.
Allison Ann Gerard.
Morgan Ashley Podko.
Morgan Jean Vales.
Bryce Siegfried.
Solma Yusuf.
Owen Loafman.
Jonah Ross Silverman.
Casey Seaton Colquitt.
Erin Nicole Daler.
Joseph Domingo Butts.
Riley Ann Caldy.
Colin Matthew Bartlett.
Rowan Ann Knudsen.
Christopher Scott Manning Jr.
Emily Margaret Johns.
Ashley Lauren Burris.
Kaylee Ann Lombard.
Grace Ava Hammond.
Harrison Lee Graysack.
Mark Joseph Miller.
Brianna Ray Saunders.
Molly Love Floramonte.
Megan Michelle Reese.
Emily Morgan Friend.
Paige Elise Reagan.
Brett Patrick Radusky.
Cecilia Rose Brown.
Megan Michelle Gooch.
Reagan Jane Branson.
Abby Malley.
Seth Robert Rhodes.
Will Simpson.
Hannah Littlefield.
Lily Elena Manunkian.
Mariana Elizabeth Stockman.
Madeline Maria Daly.
Logan Andrew Wildmore.
Luke Samuel Calder.
Miles Brooks.
Gabriel Christian Dannemiller.
Devin Michael Hartless.
Jack Hill.
Nicholas Daniel Gruenwald.
Everett Frederick Van Staten Jr.
Anthony D'Ambrosia.
Jordan McGowan.
Colby Robert Bartley.
Logan David Faulkner.
Elizabeth Diane Gibbs.
Gabriel Beeler.
Wesley Michael Minke.
Anna Porton.
Allison Mary Young.
Maggie Elizabeth Knoll.
Caroline Elizabeth Zemensky.
Annabelle Caitlin Edrington.
Michaela Bowersock.
Jessica Nicole Sees.
Jacob Camilo.
Michael Christopher Foose.
Dylan Matthew Richardson.
Dalen Goggins.
Brandon Lee Norman.
Henry Price.
Joseph Oliver Kraft.
John Joseph Landry.
Matthew Vincent Putnam.
Logan Sierra Humphrey.
Emily Nicole Marlowe.
Amanda Nicole Wesley.
Madeline Elizabeth Peck.
Jordan Marie Miller.
Caroline Elizabeth Clippard.
Avery Ann Alberts.
Samuel Schock.
Giovanni Alexander Cotavasquez.
Abigail Kay Lindley.
Madeline Elizabeth Meldragon.
Ella Calhoun.
Abigail Marie Sucher.
Kennedy Brooklyn Sowers.
Kristen N. Meyer.
Lillian Eliza Westbury.
Bryce Earl Tinson.
Cameron John Nupp.
Ethan Hilton Sargent.
Peyton Cole Brooker.
Aiden Matthew Crowley.
Benjamin Ian Bellinger.
Hannah Carr.
Olivia Concetta Palermo.
Carl Wellington Blaylock.
Cade Raymond Williamson.
Cedric Bernard Granger Jr.
Robert Patrick Gerbett.
Olivia Isabel Roman.
Silver Janae Barker.
Haley Nicole Swano.
Maria Elizabeth Manessi.
Molly Helene Burchard.
Claire Noel Shalopia.
Ashley Marie Beach.
Maria Nicole Denny.
Savannah Rose Dawson.
Cole Michael Patterson.
Owen McDermott.
Jessica Jean Seltzer.
Juliana Isabella Mariosi.
Abriana Grace Barbaro.
Kennedy Marie Reeple.
Zoe Rachel Lana Zilbert.
Sydney Renee Yoder.
Margaret W. Fox.
Lauren Alice Reed.
Gabriel Smith.
Claire Park Delvita.
Soraya Barker.
Marissa Giordano.
Madeline Hope James.
Samantha Ann Schmoller.
Grace Marie Miller.
Julia Marie Greenwood.
Abigail Suzanne Kinney.
Emily Jane McAdams.
George Andrew Kolowski.
Aubrey Desiree Klein.
Anson Battleclet.
Andrew James Turchin.
Ian T. Kirby.
John Bryant.
Hiram Charles Crawford.
Kevin Morrison.
Jeffrey Hart Evans.
Juliana Christine Colliant.
Kaylin Ann Walter.
Samantha Cruzy.
Amelia Bowe.
Dominique Mariah Doolittle.
Sierra Maria Frederick.
Mitchell Robert Wells.
Eden E. Dull.
Chloe Ann Liggett.
Catherine Ann Millard.
Hannah Fuller Campbell.
Tate Robb.
Christopher Marshall Seagull.
Anna Marie Miller.
Ryan Lewis Maxson.
Molly Wilson.
Sophia Elise Young.
Evelyn Claire Sears.
Tatiana Simone Alston.
Courtney Isabel Schneider.
Alessandra Rose Monty.
Kate Riley Murphy.
Alexander Fitzpatrick Ift.
Elena Lynn Popovich.
Lauren Christine Joyce.
Madeline May Navarrete.
Patrick Charles Conti.
Grace Elizabeth Brezine.
Mackenzie Rose Matthews.
Paige Ashley Nelson.
Zachary Zimmerman.
Jamie Joseph Miller.
Paul Andrew Nern.
Olivia K. Johnston.
Faith Falgiano.
Ariana Michelle Marino.
Adeline Christine King.
Caroline Marie Gillen.
Madison Abigail Hoover.
Tatum Olivia Lovesey.
Emma Ryan Miller.
Nicholas George Thompson.
Sophia Park Nielsen.
Alice Rose McGuigan.
Emma Joelle Huff.
Alyssa J. Goodenow.
Ariel Julia Lyons.
Madeline Rebecca Reiniker.
William Charles Franciscus.
Zach Tyler Coleman.
Grace Hannah Broslowski.
Abrielle Christopher.
Caitlin Sue Johnson.
Samuel Klaus.
Jacob Jackson.
Carmen Ray Shakaitis.
Adeline Grace Hedges.
Amber Marie Phipps.
Madison Jane Kantz.
Kennedy Hall.
Peyton Elise Doherty.
Heron Linscott.
Marguerite Behrens.
Kristen Marie Cathy.
Madeline Elizabeth Harden.
Robert Henry Jost.
Trinity Elizabeth Trimble.
Carson Deering Garner.
Ryan Marks.
Tiago Nunez.
Henry James Day.
Zachary R. Vogler.
William Tristan Zigray.
Benjamin Fox Kennel.
Jonathan Jesus Rodriguez.
Jonathan Richard Stotts.
Logan James Slagenhop.
Simon Lewis.
Ruth Marie Stolz.
Bailey Perry.
Journey Vivian Cassell.
Christopher Scott Deal. Emma Elise Ramez.
Emily Danielle Hensley.
Sean Andrew Walter Adams.
Cameron Paul Deck.
Andrew David Branderhorst.
Caitlin Ida Kilmore.
Audrey Ann Philemon.
Allison Michelle Irie.
Jonah Michael Hess.
Eugene Frederick Andermatt.
Abigail Nicole Hyde.
Brandy Lynn Jenks.
John Paul Bender.
Noah Morris.
William Hunter Troyer.
Aaron Matthew Cappers.
Jacob Fox.
Joseph Aaron Daniels Jr.
Janice Alexis Ransom.
Ian Crew Edens.
Raj Rana.
Andrew Beasley.
Eric Joseph Steary.
Emily Lynn Thielen.
Jacqueline Elizabeth Branch.
Mariah Joy Heflin.
Amanda White.
Samuel James Gottfried.
Maxwell Roman Wolter.
Kyriagis Economidas.
Madeline Elise McDaniel.
Julia Grace Powell.
Lauren LaShawn Brown.
Willow Rain Janke.
Cameron Jocelyn Rowetter.
Grace Patachny.
Liana Williams.
Blade F. Eblin.
Charles Robert Andrews.
George Henry Briasian.
Lauren Jeanette Gill.
Jillian Bullock.
Cara Lynn Falvo.
Lillian Penelope Jane Niziolik.
Ella Kaylin J.
Haley McKenna Lorton.
Kira Amanda Murray.
Mallory Jane Hill.
Sophia Elise Baldney.
Megan Elizabeth Marino.
Anthony Tabasso Jr.
Brian David Smale.
Skylar James Sivers.
John Matthew Byers.
Matthew Isaac Reed.
College of Business graduates, please come forward.
Ariana Sikora Prasiocha. Close enough.
Kaylor Danielle Frank.
Kaylee Nicole Rager.
Sarah Elizabeth Skidmore.
Zane Michael Manning.
Gerald Wallace Sutherland II.
Colin Michael Duber.
Connor Dean Lopez.
Ryan James Newmeyer.
Ben Neeson.
Mateus Shewin.
Kristen Devine.
Akorian Ader.
Colton Jackson Hunker.
Jacob Kelly Fander.
Timothy James Zimmer.
Caden Lee Dotson.
Sarah Ann Willard.
Alexis Elizabeth Letner.
Maggie Ann Woods.
Rachel Elizabeth Callahan.
Abigail Rose Peterson.
Shay Mackenzie Allwood.
Amelia Rachel Gilmore.
Sydney Elizabeth Knox.
Jordan Elizabeth Dice.
Kaylee Lynn Barrett.
Keegan Michael Scozen.
Miles Brown.
Jackson Marvin Bell.
Joseph Daniel Dixon IV.
Vanessa Marie Sieber.
Anna Mae Tibbles.
Aubrey Grace Kimbrough.
McKenna Maria Morrison.
Maya Nicole Alonzo.
Taylor Elizabeth Burgotch.
Caleb Zimmerman.
Braden Seiler.
Elizabeth Morgan Daniel.
James Dale Belinsky.
Victoria Claire Ross.
Dale Robinson.
Jasmine Cheney.
Naima Christian Miller.
Deka Abdella Ahmed Jr.
Tialis Jackson.
Clayton A. Hurst.
Isaac Patterson Unger.
Liam Patrick Gannon.
Corey James McMillan.
Harrison Alexander Johnson.
Jack Thomas Hendricks.
Sage Michael Long.
Gabriel Keith Jordan.
Tanner Christian Russell.
Colin Brian Flynn.
Zachary Robert Saunders.
Nicholas William Hawk.
Tyler Rob Holtz.
Nicholas David Lasky.
Andrew Jaden Damut.
Adam Liebel.
Noah Borelli.
Ellie K. Huber.
McKaylee Sue Hopkins.
Taylor Ashley Regal.
Tyler Matthew Smith.
Grant Robert Seringer.
Madison Elizabeth Mengel.
Paige Ryan Stallard.
Addison Patton Blair.
Jake G. Moses.
Jeremiah Hunt.
Sydney Isabella DePompey.
Maggie Catherine Palumbo.
Trevor Andrew Laffler.
Jack Adrian Coughlin.
Brent Andrew Jordan.
Cameron Middleton.
Ryan Michael Ritter.
Skylar Robert Fulmer.
Jake Marsalek.
Tyler Donald Banez.
Caleb Michael Stephenson.
Devin Caleb Carter.
Robert Vincente Greenleaf.
Mason Daniel Eckelman.
Edgar Michael Kokas.
Mason William Wagner.
Logan Lee Hyduke.
Maxwell Robert Goldring.
Brett Ryan Schroffel.
Chase L. Christensen.
Alexander Christian Engel.
McKenna J. Meacham.
Olivia Sloan.
Isabella Montar.
Sophia Marie Rubino.
Elizabeth Nicole Baby.
Charles Jacob Herbs.
Colin Patrick McCrone.
Milo Jasek Henry.
Adam Michael Booth.
Aiden Michael Millett.
Mac Thomas Falacy.
Jackson Thomas Schmidt.
Owen Seamus Meany.
Benjamin Thomas Eberline.
Carson Alexander Smith.
Taylor J. Collins.
Emily Ann Lewandowski.
Mason Anthony Van Roy.
Nathan Hergenroder.
Kevin Killeen.
Fat Vintrong.
Will Davis Cyranus.
Ryan Patrick Mulvaney. Richard Wesley Roars.
Ryan Mauger.
Connor Walsh.
Alexander William Munster.
Corbin Williams.
James Ian Arnold.
Thomas Allen Wickoff.
Jacob Stephen Pinero.
Chloe Elizabeth M.
Taylor Ray Miles.
Jonathan Chase Stillings.
Wyatt Daniel Miller.
Michael John Yeager.
Giovanna Adele Salmons.
Peter Nicholas Wamula.
Paul E. Hawley.
Harold Major Brown IV.
Nathaniel David Lowry.
Ember Maria Stapleton.
Michael Joseph Graziano.
Levi L. Nguyen.
Cole Porter.
Alexa Nicole Kittrell.
Bryce Gerald Kittrell.
Lauren Nicole Bear.
Josie Marie Nauman.
Sophia Lynn Myers.
Caitlin Faith Frucci.
Jeff Lou Plow.
Dontravius Smith.
Lauren Nicole Saylor.
Evan Jacob Bruno.
Derek Patrick McConnell.
Nathan Christopher Camphouse.
Logan Dean Horst.
Aiden Michael Skinner.
Benjamin Michael Sherlock.
Jack Thomas Vanderhorst.
Donald Michael Gatto.
Jeffrey Conforti.
Natalie Therese Michu.
Victoria Christine Lady.
Catherine Lily Rabber.
Megan Ann Kapitsky.
Madison Nicole Lytle.
Benjamin Miles Haar.
Olivia Rose Ballawender.
Paige Elizabeth Skrypek.
Andrew Groney.
John Pierre Garichet.
Elizabeth Babaloa.
Kennedy Taylor Simmons.
Braden Michael Smith.
Annalise Maria Solomon.
Brianna Aaron Wilkins.
Kalea Marin Kalir.
Emma Grace DeYonker.
Sarah Elizabeth Dow.
Jenna August Coates.
Caitlin Renee Cole.
Gabriella Eva Piazza.
Melissa Noel Lecomte.
Lauren Renee Hunt.
Sydney Madison Nicolai.
Sydney Renee Rice.
Jenna Lynn Delicio.
Anna Gabriella Zeely.
Hannah Ray Cox.
Jolena Raglow.
Samantha Nicole Carafi.
Taylor M. Westover.
Connor Christian Herrick.
Alexander James Norris.
Bradford Mason Halley.
Alex James Johanni.
David Joseph Ortman.
Blake Oziah Stover.
Christopher Meir.
Sean Edmund Coughlin.
Nathan James Simon.
Mason Joseph Weber.
Chase Michael Harrell.
Luke Roderick Baker.
Joseph Martin Fedesk.
Walter John Hales Jr.
Jack Matter.
Caitlin Ariana Sherber.
Catherine Anna Tallarico.
Kyle D. Johnson.
Delaney Margaret Chitwood.
Casey Lauren Train.
Logan Madison Felger.
Catriana Isabella Diaz Ayo.
Lacey Lynn Riley.
Andrew Ronald Grimes.
Ethan Thomas Van Amstel.
Timothy Peter Cerner.
Mariana Kathleen Teal.
Anna Marie Nicole Lieb.
Jordan Keithley.
Emily Grace Sarah.
Kylie Jean Rico.
Maria Claire Swen.
Elizabeth Ann Zubek.
Kennedy Grace Izzard.
Mary Jane McGugan.
Samuel Joseph Salmani.
Jason James Townsley.
Joseph Gerald Weber.
Aaron James Joss.
Kenzie Rose Shinchcom.
Elliot Gray Liu.
Thomas William Lee.
Stephen Joseph Locker.
Eli Daniel Downs.
Brennan Scott Fisher Beefish.
Weston Joseph Nern.
James Patrick Hurst.
Aiden Nicholas Kidd.
Peyton Nathaniel Harvey.
Connor Stiles.
Nicholas Orlando Massarelli.
Nicholas Samuel Miranda.
Grant Hawkins.
Tanner Lee Shimp.
William Austin Petrina.
Owen Walters.
Harold P. Williams Jr.
Dustin Wyatt Case.
Luke William Zigorovich.
Kea Taylor Mills.
Richard M. Nodar Jr.
Trevor Oxborough.
Aaron Chase Mosher.
Brendan Charles Davis.
Crystal Annette Childress.
Taylor Belinovich.
Sophia Elizabeth Matrinon.
Caitlin Leah Susani.
Caitlin Elizabeth Duker.
Olivia Ireland Regula.
Lauren Suzanne Parker.
Victoria Godwin Kelly.
Kendall Estelle Gerdeman.
Anna Rose Nauf.
Cameron R. Heiserman.
Nicholas Shane Newman.
Austin Alexander Smith.
Wesley Ben Feldmeyer.
Nicholas Vito Rizzo.
Olivia Ann Vagaski.
Taylor Ann Schoeffel.
Claire Annalise Schwartz.
Gabriella Marie Caputo.
Addison Page Mariner.
Bailey Key Martin.
Olivia Riley Volker.
Leah Marie Rittner.
Alyssa Eckert.
Elizabeth Rose Horline.
Carson Janelle Rains.
Macy Watrous.
John Vincent Mueller.
Joseph Lawrence Fulmer.
Aiden Greco.
Dustin Damon.
Carson Marachka.
Dylan Jacob Chapa.
Owen Elijah Lauder.
Gabe Rhine.
Cameron Akil Smith.
Jack Goydich.
Ethan Charles Falk.
William James Pischel.
Burke Allen Faflick.
Brandon Ryan Stevens.
Avery L. Stutz.
Evan Michael Sohnlein.
Aiden Robert Lorton.
Dominic William Veccarella.
Herschel Gil Carrillo Klein.
Blake Phillips Zawarchek.
Aiden Scott Murray.
Brendan William Bono.
Charles Noah Blaze.
Colby Hunter Basel.
Garrett Anthony Michael.
Chase Howard Harrison.
Michael Ethan Shaw.
Clayton James Casson.
Jack Valentino Keklowski.
Matthew Michael Marusa.
William Gregory Simpson.
Logan David Kuster.
Cameron Martin Kelly.
Jacob James Bernardardi.
Joseph Zimmerer.
Nicholas Tilton.
Despina Alexa Mavarkas.
Grant Thomas Evans.
Jacob Scott Haywood.
Tyson Andrew Behrens.
Nathan Charles Daly. Alex Ryan Schenberger.
William C. McCarthy II.
Richard Andrew McMullen.
Brady Rader.
Carrie Hambrick.
Elizabeth Renee Thompson.
Priya Soulsby.
Christian Todd Gilliam.
Joseph Sebastian Russo.
Trenton Carl Rodebach.
Samuel Sarkisian.
Reed Thomas Lajeunesse.
Adam Michael Ruggles.
Elizabeth Ann Puskar.
Alexandra Marie Ruggiero.
Annalise Marie Loomis.
Lauren Michelle Dreyer.
Ian William Lindstrom.
Grace Ann Potter.
Tristan Adrian Dean Totten.
Russell Pollock.
Gervon Latrell Smith.
Trace Dylan Evans.
Haley Elizabeth Silcott.
Courtney Marie Kunish.
Michaela Marie Duckett.
Michaela Lee Mahoney.
Kate Bratcher.
Joseph Thomas Rikovic IV.
Lee Randolph Cartwright.
Logan Jeffrey Thompson.
Morgan Lori Sheridan.
Ella Catherine Nyberding.
Stephanie Ann Hampton.
Natalie Page Schaefer.
Emily Grace Opat.
Chloe Merritt Culp.
Amanda Page Perko.
Austin Lee Bensman.
Abdul Rahman Salti Alawalwi.
Daniel Martin Thomas.
Braden R. Mikers.
Morgan Samantha McCoy.
Joshua Aaron Croston Jr.
Seth Michael DeCola.
Kyle Patrick Smimsky.
Lincoln Todd Bullock.
James Robert Bayal.
Connor Gregory Sesnick.
Brandon Douglas Moore.
Braden Riley.
Keegan Arthur Fearon.
Caleb Attorney Schaefer.
Luke David Sensky.
Emily Gray Elliott.
Cameron Lynn Hansen.
Sophia Isabel Aguilas.
Kevin Urbaniak.
Zachary Michael Comlosi.
Vincent Philip Pedronzi.
Athena Marie Hickman.
Ian Michael Kelly.
Lily Whitman.
Malika Despavatovic.
Maggie Ann Rumler.
Kyle Joseph Craig.
Justin Anthony Colley. Jack Anthony Klosterman.
Huckleberry James Jones.
Andrew Justin Whalen.
Brogan Robert Eckert.
Sydney J. French.
Sabina Memick.
Zachary Clarence Carson.
Elena Jewel Becker.
Bethany Renee Hazlett.
Carly Jean Odie.
Raquel Celeste Verturba.
Mitchell Johnson.
Garen Allen Daly.
Gregory Kenneth Baker.
Lucas Reed Stewart.
Riley Marie Smith.
Dylan Stevens.
Tyler Foster.
Tyler James Woods.
Maxwell Kerwin.
Caprice Katie Calusi.
Jolyn Mateo Monserreyes.
Gavin Lee Broderick.
Valentina Van Dersey.
Dylan Wyatt Henry.
Kennedy J. Harris.
Abigail Taylor Smith.
Elena Grace Landau.
Nicole M. Kashner.
Abigail E. Bruno.
Connor Kane Carter.
Nanaya Mensa Arduro.
Daniel John Wilachki.
William Timothy Dunning.
Luke Ainsley.
Chance William King.
Seth Hayden Swartz.
Amir Ramez Jabaran.
Ryan Ignatius Zilka.
Ethan Alexander Surface.
Thomas Francis Welsh IV.
Chase Albanese.
Alex M. Davis.
Lucas Michael Blanchard.
Sean Patrick Rogers.
Caitlin May Dennis.
Macy Grace Lotz.
Cade Donald DiMatteo.
Chase Michael Pond.
Cameron Hartland Lackney.
Jack Neville.
Jared Turner DeVille.
Aubrey McKenna Ray.
Stephen James Kamonk.
Garrett Daniel Pruss.
Ian Matthew Jones.
Joseph Martin Caja.
Cody Jarvis.
Anthony Reed Smith.
Madeline Rachel McCloskey.
Abby Page Pruitt.
Nicholas Robert Driscoll.
Lexus T. Shumway.
Amanda Rose Behrens.
Brooklyn Deborah Ann Menifee.
Dustin N. Pond.
William Patrick Sandifer.
Heng Shi.
Kara Ukwartz.
Madigan Marie Nussbaum.
Clifford Allen Cook.
Haley Nicole Stoneman.
Ryan Nicholas Hoskins.
Jasmine Blue Johnson.
Tessa Sue Skinner.
Griffin Weaver Foltz.
Mitchell R. Wargo.
Peyton Riley Farrell.
Olivia McLaughlin Machota.
Angelina Mia Chuli.
Alexa Lee White.
Victoria Elaine DeLuca.
Madeline Grace Mojahowski.
Anna Rose Del Garbino.
Catherine Hall Wayhow.
Olivia Rosemary Kassenheiser.
Jesse Bodnar Titus.
Jessica Marie Wolf.
Aiden Hunter Scheffler.
Anthony Joseph DeLuca.
Braden William Potter.
Jack Rossa.
Jacob Miles Miller.
Ronald G. Newlands.
Tyler Richard Schaefer.
Drew Richard Wennis.
Angelo Michael Galletti.
Troy James Hayes.
Logan Corbett.
Zachary Robert Harris.
Matthew McDonald.
Lakin Eileen Morrow.
Josephine Apia.
Marshall Christian.
McCade Steiner Berner.
Thomas Angelo Frazier.
Sean William O'Dower.
Stephen Reed Lowe.
Darius Ray.
Devin Everett Joseph Kingery.
Andrew Ryan Mershon.
Alexander Shane Uten.
Aaron George Harbaugh.
Isaiah J. McIntyre.
Jackson M. Sizemere.
Jacob Mathal Myers.
Cade Dallin Brittlinger.
William Kenneth McGee.
We should do it again.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't think you got it agreed.
I heard the trustees say we can take
I thought maybe there's like airplane alcohol bottles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If those were in there, I would have opened them about halfway. When I saw all of business stand up, I would have kicked one back.
I love this is the move you make a year.
Yeah, you got really good. I'll bet your shoulder's going to be